Before I had my minibus, I had my Mercedes. You remember the original E-Class that I had when I first started doing this YouTube channel. Well, it had a 3-litre engine in it. Bit of a monster, really. And could you imagine driving around the streets of London in one of these silly 20-mile-an-hour zones, trying to keep a 3-litre V6 at that speed? No easy task. And if you lose your concentration, you're going to get fined. Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're doing alright. I'm not too bad, not too bad. Let me know how you are in the comments. You can have a good weekend. It's only tomorrow, isn't it? Let me know what you're up to and what your plans are. Be good to hear that you're doing well. Well, these 20-mile-an-hour zones. I understand the reason that they were put in place, or the reason we were led to believe they were put in place, to try and promote the fact that if somebody knocks into you with a car at 20 mile an hour, there's less chance of you being seriously hurt, or even worse, than if they hit you at 30 mile an hour or 40 mile an hour. Okay, now if you look at it from the other point of view, I believe that these are all being put in place to discourage people from driving in these areas in the first place. They get so frustrated, they think, well, bugger this, I'm going to walk. That's what I think is behind it, really, and I'm sure all the rest of you do. When you get certain cars of certain performance levels, they're naturally going to want to go faster than 20 miles an hour, despite your best efforts. It's just not going to happen. You know, 2.2, 2.5, 3-litre engines, they don't want to do 20 miles an hour without an awful lot of effort to keep them as such, especially automatics. Not great. What this has done, of course, is led to a rise, quite dramatically so, in the number of fines being issued in these 20-mile-an-hour zones where drivers have taken their eye off the ball. Last year alone, there was something like 236,000 fines issued where people have been caught speeding in 20-mile-an-hour zones, and that was quite a big rise over the previous year. And since records were starting to be kept, I think 2014, it's a hell of a big jump. Now, in my opinion, 20-mile-an-hour zones, ULEZ, LTNs and all the rest, they're just one big cash cow, really, because you look at the amount of revenue that's being generated. And again, there's that factor where we're being discouraged from going in these areas in the first place. That's what I think. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. And if you've been done by one of these places, I'll be interested to hear from you. Anyway, I'm off. I'll see you shortly with one more. Toodaloo.